हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू माय चैनल ओमनी ज्ञान। मेरे चैनल ओमनी ज्ञान में आप सब लोगों का फिर से बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। सो अनदर वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग एंड इम्पॉर्टेंट लेसन फ्रॉम क्लास 12, ओके, एंड दिस इज फ्रॉम द बुक फ्लैमिंगो, द इंटरव्यू, ओके, written by Christopher Sylvester, okay, and this is in the class 12 Flamingo book, okay, important for both MBOS and CBSE. And as usual, I'm going to do here line by line, paragraph by paragraph explanation so that you don't miss any information. So without any further delay, let us start our explanation. Okay, so part one. Now the story is divided into parts actually. So we are going to learn part by part. Okay, if you check your textbook, you will see that the story is divided into, the text is divided into parts. Okay, so we will deal with part one first. हम लोग part one को one सबसे पहले deal करेंगे. Okay, now the interview was invented a little over. Here the writer is basically talking about interview. कि इंटरव्यू कब शुरू हुआ. ये जो इंटरव्यू सिस्टम है, लोगों का इंटरव्यू लेना, एक्टर्स के इंटरव्यू लेना, फिर स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन्स के इंटरव्यूज लेना, ये सब कब शुरू हुआ. व्हेन डिड इट स्टार्ट एक्चुअली. सो द इंटरव्यू वाज इन्वेंटेड अ लिटिल ओवर 130 years ago एंड इज नाउ अ कॉमन पार्ट ऑफ जर्नलिज्म. आप लोगों ने देखा होगा कि इन टेलीविजन न्यूज चैनल्स स्पेशली, interview is a very common segment in the news channels, and journalists actually, those who are TV reporters, journalists, they take a lot of interviews. Now when did it start? It started a little over 130 years ago. 130 साल पहले ये शुरू हुआ था और आजकल ये बहुत कॉमन है. दिस इंटरव्यू इज वेरी कॉमन नाउ एंड अ कॉमन पार्ट ऑफ जर्नलिज्म स्पेशली. ओके, thousands of celebrities have been interviewed, many of them multiple times. तो आप लोगों ने देखा होगा, टीवी पे भी देखा होगा कि बहुत सारे ऐसे एक्टर्स हैं, सेलिब्रिटीज़ हैं जिनका इंटरव्यूज़ लिया जाता है एंड देयर इंटरव्यूज़ आर टेकन इन मल्टीपल चैनल्स, मल्टीपल टाइम्स, सेवरल टाइम्स इन सेवरल चैनल्स. एक जो मुझे बहुत पसंद है, आई लाइक वन टेलीविजन शो व्हिच इज़ आपकी अदालत. ओके, यू माइट हैव सीन आमिर खान, शाहरुख खान. दे डिड नॉट ओनली कम, दे नॉट ओनली केम वंस बट दे केम ट्वाइस, थ्राइस, 2 बार, 3 बार, 4 बार भी आ चुके हैं इसी पर्टिकुलर शोज़ में, इसी पर्टिकुलर शो में, ठीक है? So thousands of celebrities have been interviewed. Many of them have been interviewed many times. Okay. So almost every literate person has read an interview at some point. So आप सब लोगों ने, especially those who are literate people, they have read interviews at some point of time. आप सब लोगों ने इंटरव्यू या तो पढ़ा होगा या तो देखा होगा, ठीक है? इनफैक्ट न्यूज़पेपर्स में भी काफ़ी सारे इंटरव्यूज़ आते हैं, ओके, इन रिटन. टीवीज़ में भी काफ़ी सारे शोज़ होते हैं. देयर आर मेनी शोज़ इन टेलीविजन्स आल्सो which are on interviews actually. So every literate person has read or watched interviews at some point, right? Okay. तो people have different opinions about interviews. अब लोगों का इंटरव्यूज को लेके लोगों के दिल में जो है या दिमाग में जो कई सारे कमेंट्स या ओपिनियंस है. देयर आर मेनी ओपिनियंस दैट people have about interviews. Up some see interview as a way to find the truth and consider them an art. So interview, many say that interview is a form of art where we get to know about the celebrity. ओके, जहां हम सेलिब्रिटी के बारे में और ज़्यादा जानते हैं, तो इंटरव्यू एक आर्ट है. वाइल देर आर मेनी हु एक्चुअली डिसलाइक इंटरव्यूज. बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग भी हैं जो इंटरव्यूज को हेट करते हैं बिकॉज दे फील दैट वाई शुड वी talk about somebody's personal life. Like some celebrities feel that interviews invade their privacy or harm their public image. Obviously, there are many controversies that celebrities have in their personal life, right or wrong. I think all of you know this particular thing, that there are many celebrities we watch, we see them on television, their personal life is not good. उनका जो personal life है वो ज़्यादा अच्छा नहीं है. um, काफ़ी सारे ऐसे celebrities है. There are many celebrities who had divorce previously and they got remarried, again got divorced, again got remarried, third time they married. Okay, then again they got divorced and again they got married. So it is their personal life. So many feel that interviews actually invade their privacy, uh, and this actually harms their public image. तो उनके public image पे असर पड़ता है. Now say for example, you see Amir Khan recently has divorced his second wife Kiran Rao. ओके, आप लोगों ने देखा होगा इसको न्यूज़ चैनल्स पे. ये ऋतिक रोशन हैज़ डिवोर्स्ड हिज वाइफ सुजैन. ओके, ऋतिक रोशन और सुजैन जो उनकी वाइफ है, उनका डिवोर्स हो चुका है. ऋतिक रोशन डिड नॉट गिव डिवोर्स, एक्चुअली द डिवोर्स हैपेंड म्यूचुअली. ओके, अब उस पर्सनल लाइफ को देख के अगर आप उनकी मूवीज देखना बंद कर दी, ये तो गलत होगा. सही है कि नहीं? ऋतिक रोशन, आमिर खान, दे आर वेरी फेमस एक्टर्स, है ना? तो उनका अगर आप पर्सनल लाइफ देख के अगर आप उनके फिल्म देखना बंद कर दे, ये तो गलत होगा. बट यू सी नाउ डेज व्हाट हैपेंस इज दैट व्हेन वी सी आमिर खान गिविंग डिवोर्स टू हिज वाइफ, Kiran Rao or Ritik Roshan and his wife Suzanne getting divorced, actually, what we do is that we immediately trend hashtag boycott Ritik Roshan films, hashtag Amir Khan films. Okay, so that harms their public image. उनके personal life जब बाहर आता है, when their personal life comes publicly outside, then it harms their public image also. See, as an audience, we always adore and love our actors, celebrities, not only actors, sports persons, celebrities, we always adore and love them. Right. So what happens is that when we get into too much of their personal lives, it harms their public image also. Box office पे इसका असर होता है. मैं सिर्फ फिल्म का बात बता रहा हूँ. I'm talking about only the film industry. But there are other sectors also like the sports sector, स्पोर्ट्स इंडस्ट्री में भी ऐसे काफ़ी सारे कंट्रोवर्शियल चीज़ें हैं जो उनके पब्लिक इमेज को हार्म करते हैं. तो दो कैटेगरी ऑफ पीपल है. देयर आर टू कैटेगरी ऑफ पीपल. वन फील दैट थ्रू इंटरव्यू वी गेट टू नो अबाउट दैट पर्सन वेरी क्लोजली, एंड सेकेंड कैटेगरी फील्स दैट इंटरव्यू इज नॉट गुड बिकॉज वी शुड नॉट टॉक अबाउट एनीवन्स पर्सनल लाइफ. ठीक है. Now, in some primitive cultures, people believe that taking a photograph steals a person's soul, similar to how some feel about interviews. तो एक्चुअली क्या है, कुछ प्रिमिटिव ओल्ड कल्चर्स जो है, एंशियंट कल्चर्स, वी कैन से अनकल्चर्ड ओके कम्युनिटीज जो है, वो बिलीव करते हैं कि इवन व्हेन यू टेक अ फोटोग्राफ ऑफ समबडी, इट एक्चुअली steals that person's soul. Especially taking a photograph without their permission actually steals that person's soul. Similarly, interview is also something like that. So, some people feel that even through interview also, you are stealing that person's soul, you are affecting that person's mental health also, right? अगर आप ज़्यादा पर्सनल हो जाते हैं तो इंटरव्यूअर जो इंटरव्यू दे रहा है, the person who is giving the interview, the celebrity who is giving the interview may feel uncomfortable also. Okay, there was a very famous interview of Sunny Leone being taken by a journalist where the journalist starts asking her very uncomfortable questions. That should not have happened. Okay, I'm very sorry. I am taking the name of Sunny Leone, but ultimately, you see, she is a human being, right? So we should take it into consideration in this way. You see, we should always give a chance to people to rectify themselves. हम अगर कोई इंसान जो है वो अपनी गलतियों को सुधारना चाहता है, if somebody wants to rectify his or her mistakes, we as society, we always should give them a second chance. It is actually their right that we should give them a second chance, and this is humanity. Okay. Anyways, so V.S. Naipaul, he is a famous cosmopolitan writer. So V.S. Naipaul is a famous writer, okay, who wrote about India and won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 2021. तो V.S. Naipaul जो है एक बहुत फेमस राइटर है, और कॉस्मोपॉलिटन मीन्स वर्ल्ड राइटर, ओके, ग्लोबल राइटर. ही इज अ वेरी फेमस ग्लोबल राइटर, एंड ही मोस्टली रोट अबाउट इंडिया, एंड ही ऑल्सो वॉन द नोबेल प्राइज इन लिटरेचर इन 2001 में उन्होंने लिटरेचर में नोबेल प्राइज भी जीता था. He believes that interviews can hurt people and take away a part of them. तो उनका भी ये मानना है कि इंटरव्यू जो है, it can hurt people and take away a part of them. मतलब the celebrity whose interview we are taking, it can hurt him or her and it can take away a part of them. Take away a part of them मतलब हम उन देखिए, मुझे आमिर खान के एक्टिंग से मतलब है. आई एम ओनली कंसर्न अबाउट आमिर खान एक्टिंग. आई एम नॉट कंसर्न अबाउट हिज पर्सनल लाइफ. सी, वी ऑल हैव अ पर्सनल लाइफ एंड वी वुड नेवर लाइक आवर पर्सनल लाइफ टू बी पब्लिक. कोई हमारे पर्सनल लाइफ को लेकर पब्लिकली अगर उसको बहुत ज़्यादा डिस्कशन करते हैं तो हमें भी अच्छा नहीं लगेगा ना. इन द सेम वे सेलिब्रिटीज ऑल्सो डू नॉट फील लाइक गुड. ओके. तो वी.एस. नाइपाल का ये कहना है कि इंटरव्यूज कैन हर्ट पीपल एंड इट कैन टेक अवे देयर दैट पर्सनल थिंग. ओके, इट कैन टेक अवे देयर मेंटल पीस, मेंटल हैप्पीनेस. ओके. Lewis Carroll is another writer, author of the book, the famous book Alice in Wonderland. आप सब लोगों ने पढ़ा होगा या सुना होगा ये कहानी Alice in Wonderland. Okay. He also hated interviews and refused to be interviews. जब भी कोई जर्नलिस्ट उनको इंटरव्यू के लिए बुलाता था टीवी पे या कोई न्यूज़पेपर, in any newspapers, if any news journalist called Lewis Carroll, he outright refused. He outright rejected to be interviewed. Okay, मुझे interview नहीं देना because I hate interviews. He never gave interviews. Okay. Now, Carol disliked being treated like a celebrity and enjoyed telling stories about avoiding interviewers and autograph seekers. तो उनको दो चीज़ें पसंद नहीं था, एक तो इंटरव्यू देना उनको बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं था और ऑटोग्राफ देना उनको बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं था, because he did not want it to be treated like a celebrity. See, Lewis Carroll is a very famous and a very big writer, okay? In the world of literature, he's a very big name. So definitely when we see any celebrity, we always go to take an autograph. राइट. सो ल्यूइस कैरोल हेटेड बोथ. ओके, कैरोल को दोनों ही चीजें बहुत ही ज्यादा नापसंद था, वो हेट करते थे. One thing is to give interviews, he hated to give interviews. Another is that he hated giving autographs to people, and he enjoyed telling stories. He's only concerned about his own work, and he never liked to be treated like a celebrity. He wanted everyone to treat him like a normal human being, okay? Going to the market, going to the shopping mall to do shopping, going to the salon to get a haircut, or to shave, okay? So he wanted to live a very normal human life, okay? Rudyard Kipling also strongly disliked interviews. All of you have read his story. All of you have read his poem, If, from class 10 additional English, right? Then you see his famous character, Mowgli from the Jungle Book movie also you have seen, I think. He also strongly disliked interviews very much and thought that they were immoral and criminal. तो रूडियर्ड किपलिंग ने तो ये भी कह दिया था. Rudyard Kipling even went on to say that interviews are immoral and criminal. Okay, so those people who take interviews are actually criminal. And they are immoral people who take interviews. जो interview लेते हैं वो लोग immoral और criminal है क्योंकि वो personal life में घुस जाते हैं. See, if I meet Rudyard Kipling and if I ask him, what question should I ask? I should ask him about his books, or from where did he get the inspiration of writing books? Rather than that, I, delve into his personal life. I jump into his personal life and bring out all the controversies. This is immoral and this is criminal, okay? Even Rudyard Kipling's wife Caroline noted in her diary that two reporters from Boston ruined their day on 14th October 1892. तो उनकी वाइफ जो है कैरोलिन, रूडियर्ड किपलिंग की वाइफ कैरोलिन ने उनके डायरी में लिखा था, she had written in her diary that two reporters from Boston had spoiled their day on 14th October 1982 when maybe Rudyard Kipling had agreed for an interview and two reporters came to take an interview, and maybe Caroline and Rudyard Kipling had expected that they would ask him question about literature, books, but they kept asking, all the unnecessary, illogical questions that most of the journalists do. Okay, so the day was 14 October 1892 when these two reporters had spoiled their entire day. उनका पूरा दिन बर्बाद कर दिया था ये दो रिपोर्टर्स ने, ठीक है. तो Kipling told the reporters that asking for an interview was as bad as physically assaulting someone and deserved punishment. तो Kipling ने तो ये भी कह दिया था, Kipling had said that when you ask for an interview from a celebrity, it is very bad. It is just like physically beating somebody. And those who take interviews should be punished. तो जो journalists interview लेते हैं, जो reporters interview लेते हैं, उनको punishment मिलना चाहिए, क्योंकि interview लेने का मतलब क्या होता है? The meaning of taking interview was like physically beating that celebrity, physically assaulting that celebrity, okay? So, however, Kipling had earlier interviewed Mark Twain himself, showing some hypocrisy. तो यहाँ पे किताब में कहा गया है, okay, this is not my line, this is a line in that text only, in your text, that Kipling जो कह रहे हैं कि the journalists, the reporters deserve punishment, उन्होंने खुद भी इंटरव्यू लिया था. किसके इंटरव्यू? Another famous American writer, Mark Twain के इंटरव्यू लिया था. So here Kipling had shown a little bit of hypocrisy because he himself had taken interview of Mark Twain. ठीक है, उन्होंने खुद इंटरव्यू लिया था मार्क ट्वेन का, लेकिन वो खुद ही कह रहे हैं कि इंटरव्यू लेने वाला जो है वो पनिशमेंट डिजर्व करता है. तो इन दैट वे Kipling आल्सो डिजर्व्स पनिशमेंट. ओके, एनीवेज इट इज रिटन इन द टेक्स्ट बुक. ओके, नाउ देयर इज अनदर राइटर, H.G. Wells. इनके ऊपर तो मैंने एक अपने वंस इन अ वीक सेगमेंट में, इन माय वंस इन अ वीक सेगमेंट, आई हैड made an audio story also. I think all of you have or maybe most of you have listened to that audio story. Okay, The Time Machine, बहुत ही famous book है उनका, Time Machine. Okay, he called interviews an ordeal, but still gave many interviews and later even interviewed Joseph Stalin. तो H.G. Wells भी negative सोचते थे इंटरव्यू के बारे में. He also considered interviews as something very negative and he called it as an ordeal, but he still gave many interviews. उन्होंने खुद भी बहुत सारे interviews दिया है, and he even took interview of Joseph Stalin, a political leader. ठीक है, उन्होंने भी जोसेफ स्टालिन का इंटरव्यू लिया था, एच.जी. वेल्स ने खुद। तो इनके अंदर भी कुछ हिपोक्रेसी होगा, जो कि किताब में लिखा हुआ है ऐसा, ठीक है। सॉल बेलो, ऑल्दो ही अग्रीड टू इंटरव्यू समटाइम्स कंपेयर्ड टू एक्सपीरियंस टू फीलिंग लाइक समवन वाज प्रेसिंग ऑन हिज विंडपाइप। तो उनका ये कहना था, Saul Bellow felt that when somebody took my interview, it felt that somebody is pressing on my windpipe. मतलब मेरा गला कोई दबा रहा है. When a reporter came to take his interview, it felt as if by asking, few controversial questions or few questions that Saul Bellow did not like, it felt as if that reporter is, pressing on his neck or pressing on his throat, okay, and pressing on his windpipe. So he's unable to breathe. मतलब क्या? Saul Bellow felt very uncomfortable while giving interview to the reporters. Okay. Despite these complaints, interviews are very useful for communication. देखिए, despite these complaints, we love reading or we love watching interviews. Okay, because interviews are very useful for communication, right? बहुत ही कम्युनिकेशन के लिए बहुत ही यूजफुल होते हैं इंटरव्यू के. डेनिस ब्रायन सेड दैट नाउअडेज वी मोस्टली लर्न अबाउट इंपॉर्टेंट पीपल थ्रू इंटरव्यूज. ऑब्वियसली, हाउ कैन यू लर्न मोर अबाउट आमिर खान, एक्टर्स लाइक टॉम क्रूज, एक्टर्स लाइक शाहरुख खान? How? Through interviews you learn many things about them. And you see, many of their life, say for example Sachin Tendulkar's life has been very inspiring. Okay, many youths actually who are related to sports, actually they take inspiration from Tendulkar's life. Why? Because he has got that strength to fight all the odds. Okay, so that is why you see interviews gives us motivation also, inspiration also. तो इंटरव्यू एक बहुत अच्छा चीज है, ये डेनिस ब्रायन का मानना है. एंड गिविंग इंटरव्यूज ग्रेट पावर एंड इन्फ्लुएंस. ओके, तो इंटरव्यू जो देते हैं और हम जो सुनते हैं, वी व्यूअर्स, वी रीडर्स, व्हेन वी रीड और वॉच इंटरव्यूज, it gives us great power and it gives us great influence also. We are influenced by watching the interviews. We get inspired, motivated by watching or by hearing or by reading the struggles and later the success of the celebrity. तो इंटरव्यू अच्छा भी है, ये डेनिस ब्रायन का कहना है. Okay, now one by one we are going to learn who are these these writers, these famous people. Okay, from the beginning. Okay, like we start with, okay, here. So we start one by one, like Rudyard Kipling and all. Okay, so Rudyard Kipling is a prolific writer who was known as the poet of the common soldier. Kipling's Jungle Book, which is a story of Kimball O'Hara and his adventures in the Himalayas, is considered as a children's classic all over the time. मतलब Jungle Book, Mowgli का कहानी जो है, तो Rudyard Kipling is a very prolific writer. Okay, H.G. Wells is an English novelist, journalist, sociologist, and historian. He is known for his works of science fiction like The Time Machine. H.G. Wells' best-known books are The Time Machine, The Invisible Man, and The War of the I'm sorry, The War of the Worlds. Now, these are all given in your textbook also, but still I am giving in case if you would like to, because these are very important for exam also. Who is Joseph Stalin? A great Russian revolutionary and an active political organizer. Saul Bellow, a playwright as well as novelist. Bellow's works were influenced widely by World War II. Among his most famous characters are Augie March and Moses. He published short stories translated from Yiddish. He won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1976. See, all of these are very important informations. Okay, please go through these informations for your exams. Okay, then now we come to part 2. Part 2 is an extract from an interview of Umberto Eco, a professor who wrote novels on Sundays. तो part 2 जो है ये एक real interview है. Who is the interviewer? मतलब who is taking the interview? The interview is being taken by Mukund Padmanabhan from the Hindu newspaper. तो हिंदू जो है ये एक न्यूज़पेपर है, ठीक है. ओके, तो इंटरव्यू कौन ले रहा है? Who is taking the interview? Interview is taken by the reporter Mukund Padmanabhan from the Hindu, which is a newspaper. Okay, and he took whose interview? He took Umberto Eco. Okay, who is a professor and he is a writer actually. He is a professor cum writer who wrote novels on Sundays. So Sundays को करके वो novels लिखते थे, वो publish होता था न्यूज़पेपर पे. तो उनका इंटरव्यू लिया गया और लिया किसने? मुकुंद पद्मनाभन. Now, Eco was a professor at the University of Bologna in Italy. तो Eco जो थे वो एक प्रोफेसर थे, कहाँ पे? यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ बोलोग्ना, वेयर? इन इटाली, ओके। ही वाज ऑलरेडी वेल नोन एज अ स्कॉलर बिफोर ही स्टार्टेड राइटिंग फिक्शन। तो वो एक बहुत ही वेल नोन स्कॉलर थे बिफोर ही started writing fiction. मतलब long before he became a writer, he was already a very well-known scholar, a well-known professor, okay? His expertise was in semiotics. Semiotics क्या है? The study of science, okay? Literary interpretation and medieval aesthetics. So उनका expertise कहाँ पे था? Semiotics, जो कि the study of science है, literary interpretations, okay, and medieval aesthetics, okay? इनके ऊपर उनका एक्सपर्टीज था, वो एक्सपर्ट थे इन सब्जेक्ट्स के ऊपर, ओके। He wrote many different types of works including literary fiction, academic texts, essays, children's books and newspaper articles. तो बहुत सारी चीजें लिखते थे. He was man of many parts actually, man of letters in fact, okay. Eco, Umberto Eco, okay. तो वो बहुत सारी चीजें लिखते थे, okay. His writing covered a wide range of subjects and was very large in quantity. Now you see, uh, he did not only write novels or he did not write only essays. His writing covered a wide range of subjects. बहुत सारे subjects को लेके वो बहुत कुछ लिखते थे. He wrote, you know, on many subjects, okay. And it was very large in quantity. ऐसा नहीं है कि 4-5 बुक लिखा और छोड़ दिया. 4-5 books written and he left. No, he went on writing, and several writings and books were published, okay. In 1980, he became extremely famous with the novel The Name of the Rose. तो 1980 में प्रोफेसर इको जो है वो बहुत फेमस हो गए. He became very famous when he wrote the novel The Name of the Rose. The Name of the Rose sold more than 10 million copies. Can you imagine 10 million copies sold है उस टाइम पे? Okay, कब? 1980s. 80s के टाइम पे 10 million copies sold हुआ when there were no Instagram, WhatsApp, social media, no platform for advertisement. At that time, his books sold more than 10 million copies. Okay, The Name of the Rose, ये book. अब हम लोग जानेंगे कि इंटरव्यू. तो वी आर गोइंग टू लर्न अबाउट द एक्चुअल इंटरव्यू. ठीक है, तो द इंटरव्यू मैंने इसका टाइटल दिया है. तो मुकुंद सेज, ओके, मुकुंद पद्मनाभन, हु इज टेकिंग द इंटरव्यू, मुकुंद सेज दैट डेविड लॉर्च once said he couldn't understand how Umberto Eco manages to do many things. तो एक स्कॉलर है जिनका नाम है डेविड लॉज, ओके. तो मुकुंद, नाउ द सेटिंग इज सी, मुकुंद पद्मनाभन, द इंटरव्यू इज सिटिंग, प्रोफेसर Umberto Eco is sitting, and now Mukund is starting his interview by saying that, you see, Mr. Eco or Professor Eco, David Lodge once said that you do so many things, okay, you do so many things. Now David Lodge is unable to understand that how Umberto Eco, that means you manage to do so many things together. आप इतने मल्टी टैलेंटेड कैसे है, ये डेविड लॉज को समझ में नहीं आता है. अब Eco replies that it might look like he does many different things, but actually he is always doing the same thing. तो इको ये रिप्लाई देते हैं मुकुंद पद्मनाभन को, दैट एक्चुअली पीपल फील, स्पेशली डेविड लॉज फील्स, दैट आई डू मेनी थिंग्स बट आई एक्चुअली डोंट डू डिफरेंट थिंग्स. आई एक्चुअली डोंट डू मेनी थिंग्स, आई डू द सेम थिंग अगेन एंड अगेन एंड अगेन. Mukund is little bit, confused. So he asks Professor Eco that what does the same thing mean? What is that same thing that you keep doing? Okay. So Eco now explains, Professor Eco now explains Mukund that he follows his philosophical interests in everything he does. So Eco explains that actually my interest is in philosophical things. Okay. And his philosophical interest in everything he does. I take immense interest in whatever I do. I don't do it out of force. मैं फोर्सफुली या अनविलिंगली या फोर्सफुली जबरदस्ती में कोई चीज नहीं करता हूँ. मुझे इंटरेस्ट आता है वो सब चीजें करने में. ओके, लाइक my academic work, my novels, and even my children books, which focus on ideas like peace and non-violence. So, Professor Eco is telling that the writings that I do, like my academic works, like my novels, children's book, essays that I write, these actually focus on ideas like peace and non-violence. Please remember this, okay? इनका जो बेसिक आइडिया है ये क्या है, पीस और नॉन वायलेंस के ऊपर मैं लिखता हूँ, और आई एम नॉट राइटिंग इट फोर्सफुली. इट इज माई इंटरेस्ट, इमेंस इंटरेस्ट. ओके, नाउ इको शेयर्स अ सीक्रेट. तो इको एक सीक्रेट शेयर करता है विद द इंटरव्यूअर, ओके, विद द रिपोर्टर पद्मनाभन. ओके, Just like the universe is mostly made up of empty space, our lives also have a lot of empty moments, which he calls interstices or interstices. तो इको जो है वो शेयर करता है कि आवर यूनिवर्स इज मेड अप ऑफ एम्प्टी स्पेस. Okay, our universe is mostly made up of vacuum, empty space. Okay, even our lives are also, we have lot of empty moments, which he calls interstices. Now eco says he uses this empty spaces. तो eco, ये प्रोफेसर eco ये कहता है कि I actually use these empty spaces. मैं इन empty spaces को fill up करता हूँ. I fill up these empty spaces only. Now he gives an example. अब ये जो इंटरव्यूअर है, द रिपोर्टर है, इस रिपोर्टर को समझ में नहीं आया ये एम्प्टी स्पेस क्या है, हाउ टू फिल अप दिस एम्प्टी स्पेस. ओके, तो in order to clarify more, eco now goes on to explain that, say for example, while waiting for an elevator to come from first to third floor, he would have written an article. मतलब क्या है कि कोई भी एक सेकेंड टाइम भी प्रोफेसर इको वेस्ट नहीं करते. ही डज नॉट इवन वेट अ सिंगल सेकेंड ऑल्सो. एवरी सेकेंड इज प्रेशियस टू हिम. तो से ही इज वेटिंग फॉर एन एलिवेटर, ही हैज प्रेस द बटन ऑफ एलिवेटर. ओके, ही हैज टू गो फ्रॉम फर्स्ट टू थर्ड फ्लोर. ठीक है, तो एलिवेटर जो है, कोई ऊपर जो है एलिवेटर जा चुका है, द एलिवेटर हैज ऑलरेडी गॉन अप, सो प्रेस द बटन, द एलिवेटर विल कम डाउन, देन ही विल एंटर द एलिवेटर. ठीक है, so say for example it takes 5 minutes for the elevator to come down, and then the door will open slowly, then he will enter the elevator, right? तो वो जो 5 मिनट का टाइम प्रोफेसर इको को मिलता है, बाय द टाइम ही वुड हैव रिटन एन आर्टिकल. देखिए वो अपना टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करते. वो जो 5 मिनट उनको मिला है, जे फ्रॉम फर्स्ट टू थर्ड फ्लोर दैट ही विल गो, एंड नाउ ही इज वेटिंग फॉर द एलिवेटर टू कम, दैट 5 मिनट्स ही वुड हैव रिटन एन आर्टिकल. मतलब वो कोई भी टाइम, अपना वक्त बिल्कुल बर्बाद नहीं करते हैं. Mukund, the interviewer, says that Eco's scholarly writing feels playful and personal, unlike the usual dry and boring academic style. So the style of writing of Eco is praised by the reporter. Mukund ये कहता है that Professor Eco, your scholarly works are very playful and personal. It is not dry like other writing styles. Your writing style is very unique, okay, very interesting. It grips the attention of the reader throughout the book. ऐसे बहुत सारे बुक्स आप लोगों ने भी पढ़े होंगे. You might have read many such books where you see that it is very boring. Okay, it is very boring. But there are certain books which are not boring at all. If you take the book, you will have to finish and then get up. आपको वो बुक पूरा खत्म करना होगा, तभी आप उठेंगे, क्योंकि वो इतना राइटिंग स्टाइल जो है इतना इंटरेस्टिंग है. जस्ट लाइक दैट इको's writing style is also very unique. Okay, attention grabbing books writing style. Okay, Mukund asks if Eco adopted this approach consciously or if it came to him naturally. तो मुकुंद ये कहता है कि क्या आपने बहुत सारा रिसर्च किया कि हाउ टू राइट इन दिस मैनर, या और did this idea come to you naturally by birth, or it came to you naturally, मतलब ऐसे ही आ गए, या did you do this consciously or it came to you naturally, by chance आया, या आपने जानबूझ के ऐसा स्टाइल अप्लाई किया अपने राइटिंग्स में. Now Eco explains, okay, and it's a big explanation. Please listen to this explanation very nicely. Okay, Eco explains that when he submitted his first doctoral dissertation in Italy, a professor told him that instead of the usual style like learning, making mistakes, correcting them, and concluding that generally many writers do, Eco told the full story of his research, including his mistakes. ठीक है, इसको आपको थोड़ा समझना होगा. Okay, you have to understand this particular thing. Eco explains that when he submitted his first doctoral dissertation तो आप समझते हैं, in very simple language, say for example a PhD thesis or a thesis, okay, in Italy. Now there in that institute, there was another professor who told Eco that the style that you are using, actually, instead of the usual style, writing style, like learning, then you make mistakes, then you correct them, then you conclude. Generally writers write in this way only, right? There will be an introduction, a body, and then a conclusion. So the professor suggested Eco that instead of doing this, what you can do is that Eco told the full story of his research, including his mistakes. So Eco now told the full story of his research, including his mistakes. तो इको ने अपना वो रिसर्च के बारे में वो कहानी पूरा बताया और कहाँ उनसे गलती हुआ उसके बारे में भी बताया. And you see, इको had told the professor all these things. पूरा स्टोरी जो उनको रिसर्च का जो पूरा कहानी है वो कहानी बताए. It was told like a story. The research was not a story actually. It was maybe a very big essay. But Eco narrated this particular research work to this professor in such a way, and including his mistakes also, okay, that this professor liked Eco's style very much, that he published his dissertation as a book. कि इस प्रोफेसर को इको का स्टाइल इतना अच्छा लगा, उम्बर्टो इको का स्टाइल इतना अच्छा लगा कि इस प्रोफेसर ने उनका जो डिजर्टेशन का जो ये डॉक्टरल डिजर्टेशन है ये इसको पब्लिश कर दिया एज अ बुक. ही पब्लिश्ड इट एज अ बुक ओनली बिकॉज प्रोफेसर फेल्ट दैट योर राइटिंग स्टाइल इज यूनिक. आपका राइटिंग मैनर बहुत ही ज्यादा यूनिक है एंड वेरी वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. इको रियलाइज्ड एट द एज ऑफ 22 दैट स्कॉलरली राइटिंग शुड बी लाइक स्टोरी टेलिंग. यही वो चीज है जो मैं आपको बताना चाह रहा था. आई वांट टू टेल यू दिस थिंग. ओके, generally writers write in what they use some kind of methods, techniques, but Eco said that even your research work can be written as a story. Your scholarly, see, PhD thesis. Now how do you write a PhD thesis? आप किसी से पूछिए ऐसे कैसे लिखा जाता है. How do you write an essay? You write an essay just like an essay. There will be an introduction, a body, a conclusion, right? And then the essay is over and you get marks for that. But Eco never wrote in that way. Eco ने कभी इस तरीके से अपना स्कॉलरली रिसर्च वर्क्स राइटिंग्स कभी नहीं किया. उन्होंने किस तरीके से किया? स्टोरी टेलिंग टेक्निक यूज करके. ही यूज्ड स्टोरी टेलिंग टेक्निक, which is why his essays always have a narrative feel. Yes, that is why his essays are never boring. You see, students, I'll tell you one thing. You take an essay book, you read the essays. Those essays are very dry. बहुत ही dry. Dry मतलब बहुत ही boring है. See, you are learning about, you're learning about Mahatma Gandhi, the biography of Mahatma Gandhi. You're learning about the biography of Albert Einstein. Okay. अब आप जब वो essay पढ़ेंगे, you will feel very boring. Why? No storytelling technique is used. This Eco realized at the age of 22 that even when I'm writing an essay, that can be written as a story. And that is why his essays are very interesting and have a narrative feel. आप लोगों ने पढ़ा होगा, essays are of different types. I'll tell you two types right now, okay? Narrative and descriptive. Descriptive essays are very, very boring, but narrative essays are not. Why? Because they can grab your attention. It is just like a storytelling technique, okay? मैंने थोड़ा टाइम लिया आपको समझाने के लिए. ओके, इन केस इफ यू फील लिटिल बोर यू कैन स्किप. ओके, आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट यू नॉट टू स्किप. फिर भी ये वीडियो थोड़ा सा लंबा होगा क्योंकि द टेक्स्ट इज वेरी बिग एक्चुअली एंड आई कैन नॉट मिस आउट एनी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स. ओके, now he adds that Professor Eco adds that this storytelling habit might be why he started writing novels later in life around the age of 50. देखिए, शुरुआत में in the beginning Professor Eco did not write any story. He actually wrote essays, big essays, okay, scholarly essays, research essays. But because he included storytelling technique in his writing, that is why this habit continued. And later, because of this storytelling writing manner only, he started writing novels later in his life. तब तक वो 50 साल के हो चुके थे. By the time his age was 50. Then he started writing novels. उन्होंने शुरुआत में novels नहीं लिखा. He did not write novels in the beginning. Okay. So Eco recalls that his friend Roland Barthes wanted to write creatively but never got the chance before he died. So Eco even remembers one of his very good friend, Roland Barthes. He says that Roland Barthes actually wanted to write creatively. He wanted to do creative writing, but before he could do the creative writing, he died actually. Roland Barthes की का death हो गया. Okay. Eco says he himself never felt frustrated about not writing fiction earlier. तो जब मुकुंद ने पूछा कि do you feel frustrated that you did not start writing fiction, you started writing essay, and then when you turned 50, at that time you started writing fiction novels. So do you feel little frustrated, little disappointed with that? Eco says, no, never. I'm satisfied with whatever I write, okay. And I started by writing essays or my scholarly research works, and later I wrote fiction. I don't have any frustration or disappointment for that. Okay, and he started writing novels accidentally when he had free time. तो उन्होंने कहा कि मैंने intentionally novels लिखना शुरू नहीं किया. I did not start writing novels intentionally. Whenever I had free time, uh, wrote few lines or maybe one or two paragraphs. Then again, I had I had little time, free time with me. Then I continued with the third and fourth paragraph. Then when I again had free time, I wrote the fifth and sixth paragraph. So in this way, whenever I had free time, I wrote a couple of paragraphs, and then it went on to become a novel. So it happened accidentally. Novel writing accidentally हुआ इको की जिंदगी में. एंड राइटिंग नॉवेल्स हेल्प सेटिस्फाई इकोस लव फॉर नरेशन. अब देखिए, ऐसे में आप नरेशन यूज नहीं कर सकते इतना ज्यादा. इन ऐसे यू कैन नॉट यूज टू मेनी नरेशंस और डायलॉग्स, राइट? बट व्हेन you write novels, especially Eco is telling that when I started writing novels, that helped me to satisfy my love for narration. तो narration novel में ही possible है. It is only possible in novel, not in essay writing. In essay, there will be almost ना के बराबर, almost is equal to no narration technique. But in novel, yes, from beginning till the end, everything is narration, right? Right, okay. So Mukund says that Umberto Eco became very famous after writing The Name of the Rose, even though he has written over 40 academic books. तो मुकुंद ये कहता है कि प्रोफेसर इको, योर नॉवल द नेम ऑफ द रोज became very famous, but you had written more than 40 academic books, but only your The Name of the Rose became famous. Okay. Now, see, Umberto. Okay, Mukund asks if Eco feels bad that people mostly know him as a novelist. You see that when he turned 50, this is very important to note, okay, when his age was 50, at that time he started writing novels. But before 50, what did he write? 50 साल के पहले जो उनका उम्र था, तब उन्होंने क्या लिखा था? Scholarly or research works. Scholarly research works. And these are more than 40. He published more than 40 books. उन्होंने जो more than 40 books publish किया था, but people know him only as a novelist. So मुकुंद ये पूछ रहा है इको को कि प्रोफेसर इको, do you feel bad that you wrote more than 40 books, but people know you only as a novelist, not as an essayist or essay writer? तो क्या आपको ये बुरा लगता है थोड़ा सा? Eco replies that he does feel a little bothered because he sees himself mainly as a university professor who writes novel in his free time. तो प्रोफेसर उम्बाटो ये कहता है कि आई एम नॉट अ फुल टाइम नॉवलिस्ट. मैं एक फुल टाइम नॉवलिस्ट नहीं हूँ. आई राइट नॉवेल्स व्हेन आई हैव फ्री टाइम. So I am no, unlike other pure novel writers, I am not of that category. मैं उस कैटेगरी का हुई नहीं कि जो रेगुलर नॉवेल्स लिखता है. ओके, मेरा तो मेन लिखना क्या है? ऐसे स्कॉलरली रिसर्च वर्क्स, यही मेरा मेन लिखना है. एंड आई एम अ यूनिवर्सिटी प्रोफेसर. यूनिवर्सिटी प्रोफेसर इज नॉट एक्सपेक्टेड टू राइट अ नॉवल. सो मुझे थोड़ा सा बुरा लगता है. प्रोफेसर इको सेज दैट आई फील अ लिटिल बैड, आई फील अ लिटिल बॉदर्ड बिकॉज आई एम अ यूनिवर्सिटी प्रोफेसर and my main work, writing work, is related to what? Related to my scholarly research writings. I write novel in my free time, but you see, people know me as a novelist only, not as any other category of writer. तो उनको थोड़ा सा ये बुरा लगता है. Eco says he attends academic conferences, not writers clubs, and identifies with the academic world. अब Eco ये कहता है कि I don't attend writers club. मैं writers club अटेंड नहीं करता बिकॉज राइटर्स क्लब कौन जाता है? नोवेलिस्ट्स या पोएट्स. रादर प्रोफेसर इको गोज वेयर ही अटेंड्स एकेडमिक कॉन्फ्रेंसेस, जहां नॉवेल्स, फिक्शंस, पोएट्री के बारे में बात नहीं होता है, जहां एकेडमिक चीज़ों के बारे में बात होता है. एंड ही आइडेंटिफाइज हिमसेल्फ विद द एकेडमिक वर्ल्ड, नॉट विद नोवेलिस्ट्स और पोएट्स. वो नोवेलिस्ट से अपने आप को कनेक्ट नहीं करता है, वो करते हैं किससे कनेक्ट? एकेडमिक वर्ल्ड से. दैट इज वाई ही नेवर अटेंड्स राइटर्स क्लब. ही ऑलवेज गोज टू एकेडमिक कॉन्फ्रेंसेस, सेमिनार्स, यहाँ वो जाते हैं. ओके. Eco also accepts that novels helped him reach a bigger audience, unlike his complex academic work. अब generally you see research writings like PhD thesis जो लोग लिखते हैं ना, उनका आपको समझ में नहीं आएगा उनका वो क्या लिख रहे हैं, व्हाट दे आर राइटिंग, यू विल नेवर बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड। बट नॉवेल्स विल हेल्प यू टू अंडरस्टैंड। नॉवेल्स जब आप पढ़ते हो वो तो आपको समझ में आता है। तो Eco also accepts that actually when I started writing novels, people came to recognize me and my audience became bigger in size. मैंने वो जो 40 books publish किया था, those 40 books that I had published, nobody knew because you see nobody could read and understand. किसी को समझ में नहीं आ रहा था 40 books किसके ऊपर था, on what way those 40 books. But when I started writing novels, then only people started, I started getting bigger audience, मुझे bigger audience मिलने लगा और लोग मुझे पहचानने लगे। ओके, सो आई एम थैंकफुल टू पीपल ऑल्सो। सो मुकुंद पॉइंट्स आउट दैट द नेम ऑफ द रोज जो नॉवल है, द नेम ऑफ द रोज इज अ वेरी सीरियस नॉवल बट स्टिल बिकेम अ ह्यूज हिट एंड आस्क्स इफ दैट सरप्राइज्ड इको। तो मुकुंद ने कहा, द रिपोर्टर से आस्क्स प्रोफेसर इको दैट द बुक द नेम ऑफ द रोज दैट यू रोट इट इज अ सीरियस नॉवल बट इट बिकम अ ह्यूज हिट. Did it surprise you? Because you are not a full-time novelist. You are basically a research scholar, a scholarly writing. You do scholarly writing. You're not a pure novelist. So your book became a huge hit. So does that surprise you or did that surprise you? Eco says that he was not surprised. Only journalists and publishers are surprised. Because they think that people only like easy and trashy content. तो इको कह रहा है और रिपोर्टर के मुंह पे ये कह रहा है, इज टेलिंग on the face of this reporter that I am not surprised at all. Journalists and publishers are surprised because they think that people only like trashy content. People don't like good content. This is a very wrong concept of journalists and publishers, especially publishers. Publishers का ये मानना है कि लोगों को सिर्फ ट्रैश मतलब गार्बेज पढ़ना अच्छा लगता है। नहीं, लोगों को अच्छी चीजें भी पढ़ना अच्छा लगता है। People like reading good books also. Eco explains that even though the novel sold 10 to 15 million copies, that's still a small number compared to the world's population and serious readers do exist. So Eco is not satisfied that only 10 to 15 million copies sold. उनका जो ये बुक है सिर्फ 10 to 15 million copies sold, he is not happy with that. He says that you see there's a huge population in the world and only 10 to 15 million copies sold. You see, say for example, I'm a writer. Okay, I wrote my first book, okay, A Duology of Mystery. My second book is also coming. I will let you know when it is published. It will take, you know, 3-4 months more, okay. Anyways, so you see, I expect that when I started writing, I expected that the books, you know, a huge number of copies will be sold, okay. In that way, I cannot become a big writer. When I'm writing, I have to focus on my writing. Exactly right. So इको इज नॉट satisfied कि 10 से 15 मिलियन कॉपी सेल हो गया तो मैं बहुत खुश हूँ, आई एम सो हैप्पी, वाओ, नो, ही सेज दैट अरे भाई, this world has such a huge population and compared to that 10 to 15 million copies is very less that my book got sold. It's very less, okay, compared to the world's huge population. So I would have become happy if more books have sold, because not because of monetary profit, financial profit, no, because he wants people to read his book. And there are many serious readers who do exist. बहुत सारे ऐसे serious readers हैं जो हैं और उनको ये बुक पढ़ना चाहिए, तभी मैं satisfied होऊंगा. I'll be satisfied only after, you know, a large number of population will read my book. I'm not happy with the 10 to 15 million copies that are sold. Eco adds that while people enjoy light entertainment sometimes, like watching TV shows after dinner, they also want meaningful experience at other times. तो इको ये कहता है कि सी पीपल लाइक टू डू टू वॉच टू रीड एवरी काइंड ऑफ थिंग. पीपल नीड एंटरटेनमेंट ऑल्सो बिसाइड लिटरेचर. पीपल को एंटरटेनमेंट भी चाहिए. आप सारा दिन तो पढ़ाई नहीं कर सकते ना, कभी आपको मोबाइल भी देखने का मन करेगा, टीवी भी देखने का मन कर सकता है. ओके, लाइक स्पेशली वॉचिंग डिनर, वॉचिंग टीवी शोज आफ्टर डिनर, डिनर के बाद या डिनर करते करते आप टीवी देख रहे हैं. ओके, so Eco says that at 9 p.m. after dinner, he himself watches television and wants to see either Miami Vice or Emergency Room. ये दो टीवी सीरीज के नाम है. These are two names of two TV series. So Eco says that मैं भी टीवी देखता हूँ. ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं प्रोफेसर हूँ यूनिवर्सिटी का. आई एम अ प्रोफेसर in a university and I write scholarly, I do scholarly writings, I write novels. That does not mean that I also don't need entertainment. I also need entertainment. मुझे भी entertainment की ज़रूरत है और मैं भी टीवी देखता हूँ. आफ्टर 9 p.m. डिनर, ओके, 9 p.m. को 9 बजे, ठीक 9 बजे आफ्टर डिनर, आई ऑल्सो वॉच टीवी एंड द प्रोग्राम्स दैट आई वाच टू सी आर मायामी वाइज, इमरजेंट रूम, ये सब देखना मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है. मुकुंद asked if the success of the name of the rose was because it talked about medieval history. तो मुकुंद ने पूछा क्या आपका जो बुक है, योर बुक द नेम ऑफ द रोज, इट बिकेम सक्सेसफुल बिकॉज इट टॉक्ड अबाउट medieval हिस्ट्री. ये बुक जो है बेसिकली medieval हिस्ट्री के ऊपर बेस्ड था. तो मुकुंद यही पूछ रहा है कि क्योंकि आपने बिकॉज यू रोट medieval हिस्ट्री, दैट इज व्हाई द बुक बिकेम अ सक्सेस. Umberto Eco, the professor, agreed. Yes, it was possible, but wanted to share a story instead. तो Umberto Eco जो है वो एग्री करते हैं, yes, because it talked about medieval history, that is why this book became famous. And then he went on to share a story. Story क्या है? Eco is telling, Professor Eco is telling that his American publisher liked the book but didn't expect to sell more than 3000 copies. अब देखिए, जो पब्लिशर जिन्होंने इनकी ये जो द नेम ऑफ द रोज बुक पब्लिश किया, द अमेरिकन पब्लिशर हु पब्लिश्ड हिज बुक द नेम ऑफ द रोज, he had expected that almost a little less than 3000 copies will be sold. But because Americans didn't usually know about cathedrals or did not study Latin, क्योंकि अमेरिकन्स को कैथेड्रल्स के बारे में कोई नॉलेज नहीं था, उन्होंने लैटिन लैंग्वेज नहीं पढ़ा था, इसलिए दिस अमेरिकन पब्लिशर थॉट दैट लेस देन 3000 कॉपीज विल बी सोल्ड. 3000 के ऊपर कॉपीज सोल्ड नहीं होगा. और कहाँ 3000, वे 10 to 15 मिलियन कॉपीज सोल्ड. जस्ट इमेजिन, ओके. Because American people did not have knowledge about cathedrals, even they did not study Latin language also. That is why they did not have idea कि a particular book would sell how much copies, or how many copies. Eco mentioned he got a small advance for only 3000 copies, but surprisingly the book sold 2 or 3 million copies in the US. इको ने कहा कि मुझे एक बहुत ही छोटा एडवांस मिला था फ्रॉम द पब्लिशर. एडवांस मीन्स मनी. आई गॉट अ वेरी लिटिल अमाउंट ऑफ मनी फ्रॉम द पब्लिशर फॉर ओनली 3000 कॉपीज. तो सिर्फ 3000 कॉपीज पब्लिश करने के लिए मुझे एक छोटा सा एडवांस मिला था. बट सरप्राइजिंगली दिस बुक अलोन इन द यूएस, दिस बुक सोल्ड 2 to 3 मिलियन कॉपीज. सिर्फ यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स में ही ये किताब जो है वो 2 से 3 मिलियन सोल्ड हुआ. आप सोचिए सिर्फ, ओके, जस्ट इमेजिन. American publisher expected less than 3000 copies will be sold. That is why the publisher gave Eco little money, only for 3000 books. Eco had got the money. But surprisingly, in this United States only, his book sold 2 to 3 million copies. So Eco pointed out that many books about the medieval past had already been written before his novel. Eco ने कहा कि medieval history के ऊपर मेरा पहला book नहीं है. It is not my first book that was written on medieval history. Before me also many other writers had written on medieval history. Many other novels were written on medieval history, but my book became famous. Why? Because of the narration style, of the storytelling technique. He said that the real reason for the book's success was a mystery and could not be predicted. तो मुकुंद ने पूछा, the reporter asked Professor Eco that what is the reason of your book success? Eco replies that it is a mystery to me. ये मेरे लिए एक बहुत बड़ा मिस्ट्री है, मुझे भी आज तक समझ में नहीं आया. Till date, I have not been able to understood why my book became so much successful. Eco believed that if he had written the book 10 years earlier or later, it might not have been so successful. Eco ने कहा कि अगर 10 साल पहले मैं ये बुक लिखा होता, if 10 years before I had written this book, it might not have been successful. Okay, so Eco says that even he does not know why his book became a success. तो यही मैंने कहा कि Eco also says that मुझे भी इसका आइडिया नहीं है. I also does not have much idea why my book became so much successful. No idea. It is a mystery for me also. Okay, so that's the end of the story. That's the end of the text, the interview. Okay, it is not like other stories. Okay, where you have characters, where you have actions, plot. Okay, it is a simple essay based on interview, and then the final interview of Professor Umberto Eco taken by Mukund Padmanabhan. Okay, I have covered the entire text, so please go through the book also as well as watch the video. The video has become very long, I know, but please have patience. If you cannot watch the video in one go, then divide the video into parts. Today you watch half, tomorrow you watch half, or 25%, 25%, 25%, 25%. You take 4 days and watch. It's a very important textbook and lots of information are there. Please when you're watching the video, please keep the textbook with you. ठीक है? तो finally, before leaving all of you, I would like to request all of you to subscribe to the channel, like and share my videos, and please subscribe to my new channel OmniGyan Shorts. Okay? आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन में उसका लिंक मिल जाएगा, और मुझे इंस्टाग्राम पे फॉलो करना मत भूलिए. प्लीज़ डोंट फॉरगेट टू फॉलो मी ऑन इंस्टाग्राम. एंड आफ्टर वॉचिंग द वीडियो प्लीज़ पुट अ लाइक. मेरी वीडियो को देखने के बाद एक लाइक ज़रूर कर दीजिए. और आज एक नया स्टोरी आया है, न्यू स्टोरी हैज़ कम टुडे ऑन माय चैनल, द स्नेक एंड द सेंट. ओके, वो कहानी आप ज़रूर सुनिए. वेरी मोटिवेशनल एंड इंस्पिरेशनल स्टोरी. Okay, you can scan these codes, Instagram and my website. Please follow my website. I'll be starting to give you notes. Okay, पढ़ते रहिए. With love from OmniGyan, and all the best to all of you. Thank you so much.